Muhammadu Buhari, former president of Nigeria, is dead at 82. The news broke with a single post by Garba Shehu, his longtime spokesperson, announced it on X, formerly Twitter. Within minutes, the internet exploded. People asked, what happened? Was it illness? That's what they said. But which illness? And why the silence? The real cause of his death may not be what you expect. In this video, we walk through his life, his power, his final days, and the truth behind the illness they never told you. Watch closely to the end, share this video and subscribe for more. Ensure you comment. Buhari had been in London since April. He had gone for a medical checkup. His condition worsened. By June, he was no longer responsive. His death came after weeks of silence from his family and associates. This wasn't the first time he vanished for medical reasons. During his presidency, he spent long periods abroad for treatment. In 2017, he was absent for over 100 days. No clear explanation was given. The presidency said he was recovering. He returned weaker. That disappearance fueled widespread rumors that he had died while still in office. The story spread across the country that the real Buhari was gone, and someone else had taken his place. The government denied it, but never addressed it fully. The silence made the rumors stronger. Even after he completed his second term and left office in May 2023, people questioned his health. He rarely appeared in public. When he did, he looked frail. By the time the confirmation of his death came in 2025, many Nigerians were not surprised. Before we explore the secrets behind his death, let's look at his early life, education, and political career. Muhammadu Buhari was born in Daura, Katsina State, on December 17, 1942. He was the 23rd child of his father, Adamu. His father died when he was 4. He was raised by his mother, Zulaiha. He began school in Daura and Maiduguri. In 1953, he entered Katsina Middle School. From 1956 to 1961, he studied at Katsina Provincial Secondary School, now known as Government College Katsina. He earned the West African School Certificate. He joined the Nigerian Army in 1961. Trained at the Nigerian Military Training College in Kaduna. Between 1962 and 1963, he was in England at Mons Officer Cadet School. He became a second lieutenant in January 1963. He returned to Nigeria and was posted to the 2nd Infantry Battalion in Abeokuta. He went through more military training in the UK, India, and the United States. He fought in the Nigerian Civil War. In 1975, he became military governor of the northeastern state. Later, he was appointed Federal Commissioner for Petroleum. He chaired the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation. He held power under 2 military regimes before rising to national leadership himself. In December 1983, the military overthrew the civilian government of Shehu Shagari. Buhari became head of state. On December 31, 1983, the military removed President Shehu Shagari. Corruption, economic decline, and insecurity were the stated reasons. Major General Muhammadu Buhari was named head of state. He imposed strict control immediately. Political leaders were arrested. Journalists were jailed. Secret trials were held. His government introduced retroactive decrees, allowing people to be sentenced for actions that were not crimes when they were committed. He launched the war against indiscipline. Nigerians were ordered to queue in public. Civil servants had to show up on time or face punishment. Soldiers enforced these rules with force. Some Nigerians called it order. Others called it fear. He cracked down on drug trafficking and currency smuggling. Some convicted persons were executed. There were no appeals. Public trials aired on television. Journalists critical of the government were arrested under Decree 4. Criticism became dangerous. Transparency was not a priority. Buhari ruled for just over 18 months. On August 27, 1985, General Ibrahim Babangida led a bloodless coup. Buhari was arrested. He spent 3 years in detention. No charges. No court. He was released in 1988 and stayed quiet for years. Then, he returned to public life, this time, through politics. After his release from detention, Buhari kept a low profile. But when Nigeria returned to civilian rule in 1999, he entered politics. In 2003, he contested for president under the All Nigeria People's Party, ANPP. He lost to Olusegun Obasanjo. He ran again in 2007 and 2011. He lost both times. Each election deepened his support in the north and among those frustrated with the ruling class. In 2013, his party merged with others to form the All Progressives Congress, APC. It combined northern and southwestern power blocs. Buhari became the party's presidential candidate. He won the 2015 election, defeating incumbent Goodluck Jonathan. It was the first time in Nigeria's history that a sitting president lost at the ballot box. Buhari campaigned on three promises: fight corruption, end insecurity, and fix the economy. He was sworn in on May 29, 2015. At first, he was welcomed as a strict, incorruptible figure. His early steps included a treasury single account and arrests of high-profile figures. But results came slowly. The economy slid into recession in 2016. Boko Haram attacks continued in the northeast. Fuel scarcity returned. Inflation rose. He rarely addressed the nation directly. His media team issued most statements. In 2017, he left for London and stayed away for 104 days. His health was failing. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo acted in his place. There was no detailed update on Buhari's condition. When he returned, he resumed power quietly. He won re-election in 2019. The margin was smaller. He completed his second term and stepped down on May 29, 2023. He handed over to Bola Tinubu. Buhari's health had always been a source of speculation. The official line was routine medical checkups. But the trips grew longer. The details were never shared. On Sunday, July 13, 2025, he died in that London clinic. The cause of death was announced as a prolonged illness. No diagnosis was made public. No medical files released. The same silence that surrounded his absences in power followed him in death. The nation received the news with a mix of emotion, not grief alone. Arrangements for burial began immediately. Among the public, reactions were divided. Some Nigerians mourned him, especially older northerners who saw him as disciplined and honest. Some said they had already moved on when he left office in 2023. The real cause of his death is still considered to be an illness. However, Omoyele Sowore, human rights activist and presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, AAC, during the 2023 election, has revealed a post on his Facebook page that Buhari died of blood cancer leukemia. Do you believe he really died of illness? Or did you think he had died long before now? What's your take on Buhari's death? Drop your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks for watching.